McDonald's with 3 locations in Great Falls, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, the Clubhouse in Fort Benton, Ox & Sons Towing. Let's go courtside on KINX 102.7 FM.
Yes, welcome everyone to some Saturday Night Slam here on 102.7 KINX. Troy Mellinger courtside. And thank you so much, by the way, for tuning in here in Cascade County as well as in Yellowstone County, right there, home of the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. That's who the Lady Argos will be facing this evening for the 3rd time this season. And so far, it's been the Battling Bears by 9 points in each occasion. Their most recently was a loss, 75-66. Prior to that, early in the Frontier Conference, back in December of 2019, it was an 86-77 setback. So the Lady Argos would certainly like to get 1 of 3, which would make them even Steven, coming in at 8-8 in the conference for their final 2 games next week. We spoke with head coach Bill Himmelberg of the Lady Argos of the University of Providence as we come to you live from the McLaughlin Center. And we'll do that when we continue with the Benefis Health System pregame show right after this 60-second timeout.
At Benefis Health System, we know that you have people who rely on you, which is why maintaining your health with preventative care is so important. The experts at Benefis are here to help. Our primary care services are dedicated to your overall wellness, so that you can live the life you love with the ones you love. Because you're not just our patients, you're our neighbors. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Because for some reason, our relationships are not as important as they used to be. I was discussing with a friend of mine on what it means to be wealthy, and his definition of wealth was not the amount of money that he was able to make, but the job that he found that allowed him to have a good relationship with his wife and his kids and allowed him to spend time at home with his family. And he said, now that, to me, is wealth.
Not a message, just a thought from Solid Rock Bible Church.
Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center, home of the Lady Argos here on the campus of the University of Providence. Visiting now with head coach Bill Himmelberg. Coach, great game yesterday. Seems like you started out even Steven, then all of a sudden the 3 started dropping and you blew them away.
Yeah, we were able to do some nice things yesterday. It's going to be an imperative that we come out and defend again today and rebound. Markela's a handful, so we're going to have to make sure we find her and take care of Chloe Thatcher, so it should be a fun night.
Yeah, what happens if you take away the game from, of course, Francis down below? Does that put them in a position where they have to shoot from the outside then?
Yeah, I think so, and, the more they have to shoot from the outside, their percentages are not great, so, you never know what's going to happen, but we got to make sure we try and take her away and play the percentages a little bit.
What do you remember from the games previously? I think it was single digits, maybe 9-point losses, but what do you remember most about those ball games?
We watched film on what we did both times. We just didn't execute down the stretch. We were in both of them right at the end, and they ended up being it looked like 9 at the end, but it was really more of a 2-point game, and they just made some plays down the stretch, and we didn't. So tonight we have to make plays down the stretch, and hopefully we'll finish out the game.
So if you finish out this ball game, I believe you're at 8-8 then in the conference. Where does that put you? Does that put you in a decent seed?
Tied for 4th, with Rocky. Rocky has the tiebreaker, but we got 2 left next weekend, so it's really going to depend on that last weekend what happens.
All right, best of luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Think about it. Caesar Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Yes! Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino, 1308 10th Avenue South.
When disaster strikes, you want to know there is something to fall back on. Serving you today, there for tomorrow. Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, a Grinnell mutual partner, has been offering home and farm insurance plans for all kinds of disasters since 1913. Get the coverage you need now from the people you know will be there when you need them the most. With local agents all over the state, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance should be your first call for proper insurance coverage that you need. Contact them today. Trust in tomorrow. Cascade Farmers Mutual, a Grinnell mutual partner.
Welcome back, everyone, to more Saturday Night Slam here on 102.7 KINX and also on KINX1027.com. We're also on the UPArgos.com website where you can watch and listen in live from the McLaughlin Center. Yes, tonight is the first of the final three. As a matter of fact, it's the second of the final four if you're counting them down for the regular season in the Frontier Conference. Next week, it will be one on the road Thursday in the capital city of Helena, where the Lady Argos will face the Lady Fighting Saints at Carroll. That's a Thursday night. It can be heard on this radio station as well. Meanwhile, when it comes to Saturday, a week from today, they'll be home once again against MSU Northern in their final regular season ball game. A Frontier Conference closer that finishes out the season here at home for a senior night. We urge you to come on out, support them as once again they don the pink ladies this evening for the second night in a row, honoring the awareness of cancer. Not necessarily just breast cancer, but cancer itself. And of course, many survivors showed up last evening. I see a number have shown up again tonight as well. Speaking of people that have shown up, family and friends and loved ones, the grandparents of Emily Maldonado are also in the audience. Emily's younger sister is playing in Spokane, so they've made the trip over as well from Southern California. So quite a few miles they've traveled to get here. We're going to take a 3-minute break. When we come back following the prayer and the national anthem, we'll have your starting lineup, so don't go away. We're back with more of the Benefits Health System pregame show as we continue with Saturday Night Slam right after this 3-minute timeout.
Welcome to the biggest thing in tacos since tacos. Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, we said it, perfecto, Spanish for perfect. We designed it with an extra long shell to give you the best bite every bite. Choose between seasoned beef, grilled chicken, or upgrade to hand-carved sirloin steak. Sure, it was hard to perfect, but it's easy to eat. The Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Think about it. Caesar Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Yes. Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino, 1308 10th Avenue South.
McDonald's in Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you, and now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting events, and would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
This is Mike Schneider with Jim Taylor Motors in Fort Benton, Montana, and I'm excited to announce yet another way we are raising the bar on what a car buying experience should be. The Pro-Certified Powertrain for Life program offers you peace of mind and security no matter how long you decide to keep your next vehicle. The Jim Taylor Motors family is excited to talk about this, so please give us a call at 622-5491 or visit us at our website, jimtaylormotors.com.
Do you have a Class A or Class B CDL license, like to help people, and are looking for a rewarding job with a growing team? Then look no further than the strength and reliability of an Ox. Ox & Son Towing and Recovery is looking for the right CDL towing and transport driver to join their team. Knowledge of the industry is a plus, but is not needed. CDL is a must. They are willing to train the right applicant. Call Ox with Ox & Son Towing at 406-868-4142 for more information.
At Benefis Health System, we know that the foundation of a strong community is the health of its women and children. It's why we offer advanced care through services such as women's wellness, birth care, NICU, and pediatrics. At Benefis, we are here to offer reassuring support every step of the way and for every generation. We care for this community because we're a part of it, just like you. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
It is the Benefits Health System Game of the Week, and it's the pregame show winding itself down with the starting lineups here as we come back to the McLaughlin Center for the first of a doubleheader. It's the opener. The nightcap will feature the men, and let's get to the starting lineups on the ladies' side. The Lady Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College will start Chloe Thatcher, 5'7", sophomore from Butte. Number 22 is Grace Parker. She's a 5'9" freshman from Gooding, Idaho. Antonasia Wright is a 5'9" senior from Oakland, California, number 23. Number 33 is Mackenzie Detham. Detham is a 6'1" freshman from Brockton, Montana. That's right, she graduated from Floyd High School. And Marketa Francis, homegrown right here in the Electric City, graduated from Highwood. She is a 6-foot senior in her final season. So now, to start, as we turn our attention to the Lady Argos. By the way, head coach, I should say, head coach Wes Keller is assisted by Brett Morehouse for Rocky Mountain College. Now, the Lady Argos, they'll start Emily Maldonado, 5'5" junior from Sunnyside, Washington. Number 3. Number 4 is Jenna Randich, 5'7" senior from Olympia. Kennedy Cartwright, one of the two Cartwright sisters, 23. She's a 5'11" sophomore from Pasco. Her older sister, Bailey, is a 6'1" senior. And to round out the starting 5, Parker Ezra. Ezra's a 6'1" junior, wears number 24, and she's from Kalama, Washington. Head coach Bill Himmelberg, assisted by Crystal Smith. Lady Argos wearing the traveling jerseys because they wore the home jerseys last night, so they're top to bottom dark blue with that Seattle Seahawk fluorescent green and white trim. The Batland Bears going left to right, top to bottom whites with that dark green and gold trim. There's the official whistle, and the ball up in the air, tip controlled by the Lady Argos here at the McLaughlin Center. Providence with the ball, came out with a big win last night. Of course, the score was not indicative as to how the Lady Bulldogs played. They stayed with them until, of course, the 3 started dropping in the third quarter, and then it was all Providence. Pull-up jumper by Maldonado. Pow! Maldonado puts the first 2 in, and it's up 2-0 on the first possession. So now, the Rocky Mountain College Batland Bears will put it in motion. As they work it around the horseshoe, they go to right. Right feeds to Francis. Down low, of course, to the 6'1" freshman is Detham. She's going to kick it out in front court to Thatcher. Shot clock down to 7 with a whistle and a foul on the floor. And I think Kennedy Cartwright just picked up whistle number 1. No, they're going to say Bailey Cartwright, who fought through the screen, picks up whistle number 1. Batland Bears with a fresh 20 will inbound right in front of the ladies in pink, otherwise known as the Lady Argos bench. They go to right. Right penetrates in. She kicks it right side of Detham. Her baseline jumper is coming up a little bit short. Rebound goes to Kennedy. Remember, when Kennedy and Bailey are out there, it's first name basis. That's how well we know them. Parker Ezra up off the glass, but elongates her own rebound. Kicks it back out. Randich, pump fake at the 3, settles in for the long 2, and the ball's tipped out of bounds right toward the Gatorade jug on the far side. And it'll be Batland Bear basketball. Pressure put on by Kennedy Cartwright. She's going to pressure Thatcher on the inbound. Thatcher is going to be bumped by Kennedy on the inbound. So Kennedy Cartwright picks up a whistle, and the first personal on her, but the second team foul. By the way, Wes Keller, if you recognize the last name, his father is the head coach of the men's side of the University of Providence. Wes Keller, head coach of the Lady Batland Bears. So it's kind of a father-son duo in sorts today. Shots up, rims out, no good. That time taken by Grace Parker. She had a nice little 4-foot jumper. Here comes Providence now. Lady Argos lead it at the 8:20 mark here in the first. 2-0. Stays 2-0 with the shot off the glass that time by Bailey Cartwright. Thatcher, of course, out of Butte. Giving it to Francis, and Francis will be shooting too. Talked to her father out there in the lobby area. We were both acquiring some stadium dogs. Here to watch his youngest daughter, I believe. Graduate of Highwood. Played for Great Falls High right up through her junior year. Was on the championship softball team the first time that the Great Falls High Lady Bison won the softball title back in 2013, her junior year. And then she transferred out to Highwood and graduated as a Lady Mountaineer. Calls Great Falls High, or I should say calls Great Falls her home. Shots up, and this one here, rims out, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's 8:09 left to play as Francis gets 1 of 2. She got the first one. Second one was tipped out, last touch by the Batlin Bears. So here comes Providence now, leading it 2-1 early on. Randich penetrates, draws a triple, has the ball stripped out of her hands as she raced toward the hoop. And it'll be Providence basketball underneath their own bucket, baseline left. Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy will inbound. Ready to toss it in, and she does so. She'll go to Parker. Esre to Maldonado. Back to Randich. Randich had 4 threes last evening. One of the 4 players in double figures. Nice left-handed move that time by Kennedy, but not enough on it. Came up a little bit short. 1 shot on goal, and here comes Rocky Mountain College. RMC with the ball. Feed down to Francis. Francis going head-to-head against Bailey. She takes her right to the rack, puts it up. Puts a little bit too much on it that time. And now here come the Lady Argos after 1 shot. One thing you notice about rebounds, the offensive rebounds come very few and far between, as great positioning and very well coached ball club. Maldonado wants to work baseline, kicks it out to Kennedy. Shot clock down to 10. Randich, she'll penetrate in just to kick it to Bailey. Bailey, a couple of dribbles, she'll penetrate, take it, put the shot up, whistle and a foul on the floor. Nope, while she was in the act of shooting, so she'll be at the free throw line shooting a couple. 7:04 remains here in the first quarter. It's a 2-1 ball game. Providence leads RMC. Bailey Cartwright now at the free throw line. Bailey's shot is up, backspin, up and in. Bailey, incidentally, last evening, Bailey Cartwright shot 5 for 5 at the free throw line. That was in the first half. No, check that. That was in the entire ball game. Good for her. And she's 2 for 2 tonight. And she makes it 4-1. The score. Thatcher from three-point range. Three-pointer bingo. About 4 feet behind the three-point line. And all of a sudden we're knotted at 4 apiece. First time we've been tied since 0-0. Bailey Cartwright wants to answer at this end. Bingo! She cracks the whip for the Lady Argos. So back-to-back trays. And once again the Providence Lady Argos lead it by 3-7-4. Turnaround jump shot. That time swish from the left side free throw line by Francis. As she stood out there, was not getting fronted by Bailey Cartwright. And she took advantage of her. So here comes Maldonado, ready to set things up. Goes to Randich, right side. Randich, top side to Bailey. Bailey wants to penetrate. Nice spin move, takes it up, and no, they're going to wave off the 2. She made it off the spin. Nice finish, but between the first dribble and her last, there was a travel. So that waves it off. Lady Argos lead by 1-7-6, and here comes Wright. No substitutions for either team as of yet in this ball game, and we're down to the 5:48 mark on this first 10 minutes of play. Now we got a traveling call on the other end with Grace Parker. Here comes the first player off the bench, and it's Kia Waugh. Kia Waugh will come in for the Batlin Bears. The ladies out of Rocky Mountain College. That's the first sub. Getting a rest is Parker, and that's Grace Parker. Feed down low to Parker Esre. She's going to kick it to Randich. Nice save on the baseline. Randich in the corner takes it up off the glass. Oh, and she knows how to use that bank. Jenna Randich. Forget the ATM. She uses the drive-through on every bank that's open on a Saturday night. Feed down low to Francis. Ball's going to be stripped out of her hands, and there's a foul on the floor. Could be against Bailey Cartwright on the strip and the steal. That's team foul, I think, number 4, and it is against the Lady Argos, and it's number 2 on Bailey Cartwright. So Cartwright will come out, Bailey does, and Pimperton comes in. A lot of height, but the shooting ability is still there with Kirsten Pimperton, the junior out of Belt, otherwise known as East Great Falls. Shots up by Wright, three-pointer, back of the rim, not in. Fight for it, big collision on the floor. Waugh and Wright go down. Wright is still down. Meanwhile, Providence comes up with a loose ball. Wright's holding her right rib as she comes down court, tries to get back into play with a three-pointer bingo by Maldonado. Wright stays in the ball game now for Rocky Mountain College. She tries to walk that off. If there was dirt in here, she'd rub some dirt on it. and stay in the ball game. Kick out to Waugh, to right. Down underneath. Thatcher runs underneath. She's wide open underneath, but the ball was underneath the backboard too far. Shot clock down to 10. Inside the lane as they go. Feed Deathman. Deathman's shot is up, and it's good. That's Deathman picks up the 2. And now we've got officials saying earrings have to come up by Pipperton. And we're going to say immediate timeout. So, 4:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Let's step away. At the moment, it's the Lady Argos 12, Lady Battling Bears 8. Back in 60 with more right after this timeout.
McDonald's in Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you. And now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting events, and would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
You've been working all day and you're meeting friends. Take it to the max.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is maxing out their happy hour from 4 to 7 with $2 off appetizers every night of the week. Now that's a happy hour with maximum value. Featuring 12 beers on tap, including 8 craft beers, daily food specials, and of course the famous Max Wings. Now that's truly an affordable and tasty happy hour, all at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
Take it to the max.
Right now, the Lady Argos are taking it to the Lady Battling Bears out of Rocky Mountain College, 12-8, 4-point lead. But more so than that, they're controlling the boards. Wright still rubbing her ribs now for the Lady Battling Bears as she had that collision with Waugh. Waugh got up, walked away. But Wright may have taken the knee right to the ribs, and she's walking that off and trying to catch her breath as we come out of that media break. Back live here at the McLaughlin Center, Troy Mellinger courtside. And Maldonado, who just cracked the 3, will put it in play. Give off to Kennedy. Kennedy races toward the hoop, splits the seam, lays it up and in. She'll be shooting for 3. Kennedy Cartwright's first 2. She's going to go for the and 1 here in a moment. Off the second team foul against Rocky Mountain College, and it's number 1 on Antonisha Wright. Tried to keep up with Kennedy Cartwright. Shots up, shots in. The 5'11" sophomore out of Pasco. So here comes Waugh across the 10-second line now for RMC. On the dribble, takes the screen from Francis. Works to her left side now around the shoehorn to right. Cross-court pass over to Thatcher, left open for a moment from three-point range. Three-pointer bingo, plus a foul. She could make it a 4-point play. So Thatcher will go for a rare. I mean, this is like the unicorn of basketball when it's the possibility of a 4-point play. Shot is on its way, swish, or at least a near swish. 3:54 remaining in the first. Here comes Kennedy Cartwright down court now for Providence. She'll kick it left side to Pipperton, who just picked up her first whistle. That was, by the way, the 5th team foul against Providence. Maldonado up underneath. Underhanded shot, no good. Right there with the DB. Down court to Thatcher. Here comes Battling Bears. Ball's going to be tipped out, denied on the pass down low. So it'll still be Battling Bears basketball. Inbounding down by 3, 15-12 underneath their own hoop. Thatcher now, coming from the athletic Thatcher family, John and the rest of the coup. Top side to Deathman. Deathman, right side to Waugh. Waugh, couple of dribbles, backs herself out into the front court. Now wants to set it in motion as she takes the screen from Francis. Shot clock down to 9. Right side Thatcher looking into Francis. Francis down to 5, looks up at the shot clock, couple of dribbles, now crossover move, one-hander as she fades away, hits the back of the rim. Rebound, Esray. Providence, one shot, that's it. They give the Battling Bears just one opportunity. A feed over to Randich. Randich top side to Maldonado. Shot clock at 16 as they work some time off. Pipperton three-pointer, bingo! Kirsten's 3 puts the hurt to the harm. Biggest lead thus far for the Lady Argos, up by 6, 18-12. Here comes Waugh at the center circle, now working left. Takes the screen again from Francis. Now backs out to restart. Trying to go to right. Right penetrates in. Yet to use her dribble. Instead, she finds Francis open at the free throw line, but it comes up a little bit short. Lost her legs on that one. Providence down court in a hurry. Randich, another three-pointer. Bingo! And head coach Wes Keller wants to take a timeout and slow down the bleeding. Up at the Bell Valabank scoreboard, it's the Lady Argos 21, Lady Battling Bears 12. Back in 60 with more right after this timeout.
Are you looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the expert, your Carrier dealer. Carrier dealers are the authorities at getting peak performance from your heating and cooling system. So call your Carrier dealer first. He has ways of making you very comfortable. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
Welcome to the biggest thing in tacos since tacos. Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, we said it. Perfecto. Spanish for perfect. We designed it with an extra long shell to give you the best bite every bite. Choose between seasoned beef, grilled chicken, or upgrade to hand-carved sirloin steak. Sure, it was hard to perfect, but it's easy to eat. The Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
And welcome back, everybody, to the McLaughlin Center here on the campus of the University of Providence. Troy Mellinger courtside. Shot taken but not making by Rocky Mountain College following that timeout. So the Lady Argos get the rebound and a 9-point lead up 21-12. Now a shot taken by Bailey Cartwright. Check that, Kennedy Cartwright. Three-pointer, bingo! 1:41 remaining here in the first. Biggest lead for either team in either contest. And now we've got a pushing foul. And it could be on Francis as she set the screen. A moving screen. They'll check that away from the ball. It's on Deathman. Deathman just picked up her second personal. That's Mackenzie Deathman picking up whistle number 2. She'll come out of the ball game. Now back in is Parker, Grace Parker now for Rocky Mountain College. That's the third team foul against RMC. So as Providence sets things in motion, they work it around the horseshoe. Pipperton takes it in the lane, kicks it back out. Kennedy Cartwright pump fakes on the 3, looks across court. And there's Hazard in the ball game, and Reed Hazard will be called for traveling, the 5'10 sophomore out of Portland. Will turn things over. That's only, I believe, the second turnover in this ball game for Providence, who leads by 12, 24-12, with 1:12 left to play here in the first. That's a whole lot of dozen, and we're not even Bakers. Right side is right, feeds into Francis, double teamed, triple teamed, and she still gets the shot off. Waugh gets the offensive board, and Kia Waugh will score her first 2 out of Ia, Hawaii. She also transferred from College of Idaho. Pipperton with the ball for Providence, penetrates in, takes it all the way in for the layup, puts too much on it. Ezra, offensive board, kicks it back out. We've got a traveling call on Ezra. So Ezra picks up a whistle and a travel. That's the third turnover, but the second one in a row for Providence with 38.3 remaining here in the first quarter. Inbounding, Thatcher. Thatcher has it in backcourt for those Battling Bears with 35 remaining. There's about 7 seconds difference in the shot clock. Thatcher sets herself for a three-pointer, but there's too much on it. Ball tipped out front court to Pipperton for Providence. She'll kick it in backcourt to Maldonado. The shot clock turned off as it's down to 18. Game clock winding down to 15. Maldonado unguarded out in front court, just walking the front lane. Shot clock, or I should say game clock at 10. Maldonado takes it off the screen, dribbles in, kicks it to Pipperton. 5 seconds on the clock, comes up a little bit short. Gives right a half-court shot at the end of 1, and boy, she launches it, gets to the backboard even with sore ribs. We've gone through 10 minutes of play. There's still 30 coming up. We'll take a 60-second break, come back with your second quarter here of Saturday Night Slam. It's the ladies' side of things. It's the Lady Argos 24, Lady Batlin Bears 14 up at the Belt Bank scoreboard. Back in 60 after this timeout.
Great Falls College MSU, where it all begins. 3.5 million. That's the number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs worldwide by 2021. Great Falls College MSU is the place that can train you for one of the most important jobs in the IT industry, protecting against cyber threats. GFC MSU is flexible and affordable, and with 1- and 2-year degrees, it's where you'll finish faster so you can get out of college and into the workforce. Find out where it all begins. Visit gfcmsu.edu.
At Benefis Health System, our purpose is your health. Because when you're healthy, you don't have to miss out on the moments that matter. The moments that renew your spirit and warm your heart. At Benefis, we're the team that cares about you while we care for you. Because we're not just healthcare specialists, we're your neighbors and friends. And we want to get you back to doing what you love with the people you love. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Welcome back, everyone. Live at the McLaughlin Center here on the campus of the University of Providence. Troy Mellinger courtside. As we get back to some live action to inbound, will be Parker. Grace Parker will put things in play now for the Lady Batlin Bears, who find themselves down 24-14. They were down by as much as 12 at one time. That's the worst deficit from either of those two teams in either of the two previous games. Francis out front court, and they've spread the offense. Head coach Wes Keller has spread the entire offense. As they go inside to Francis, her turnaround one-hander has come up a little bit short. She's not on her game here today. As right now, Francis, I believe, is just 1 of 4 from the field, and she's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Maldonado now for Providence. Swinging around the arc to the left side. Shot clock down to 12. Bailey Cartwright back in the ball game, playing with 2 personals. Randish, she'll have it. She'll penetrate baseline. Goes up underneath, but then she kicks it out to Hazard for a three-pointer. Not there. Rebound. She follows her own shot, gets her own rebound. And then she collided with Grace Parker on the OB. So she'll be at the free throw line, shooting 2. So Reed Hazard will be at the free throw line. She's the 5'10" sophomore out of Portland, Oregon. Not Portland, Maine. It is up and it is in. She'll get that one to go, and she'll get one more. At least try, anyway. This one on its way, and it's solid as the first. So she'll get one more, or check that up on the scoreboard. Back to a 12-point difference, 26-14. Lady Argos leading the Lady Batlin Bears just into the second quarter. The second 10 minutes of play. There's Parker. Parker sets for a three-pointer. Bingo! Grace Parker. Everybody left her wide open. Didn't come out there and force the issue. That cuts it to 9, 26-17. That's one thing head coach Bill Himmelberg informed us on, was the fact that Rocky Mountain College can get hot at any given moment. Even though they might be down by double figures, they can get hot from way outside if they have Francis not doing the job inside. Three-pointer, bingo! That time by Hazard. Reed Hazard. So you've got Randich, Hazard, and the 2 Cartwrights, as well as Pemberton, all knocking down threes. Back to a 12-point difference. Rocky Mountain College down 29-17. Wright has the ball on the left side free throw line. She's looking for somebody down low. Nothing there. So she'll go to Parker. Parker, three-pointer. Back of the rim, not in. Fight for it, picked up by Bailey Cartwright. Cartwright to Maldonado. Once again, Providence gives RMC just one opportunity. Feed inside to Ezra. Ezra, nice move on Francis and took her right to school that time. And Parker Ezra picked up her first field goal. Biggest lead now as the Lady Argos lead it by 14, 31-17. Give to Francis. Francis double team inside the lane. Puts up her one-hander, got it to go. Francis answered right back as Esre and Francis going head-to-head, battling down low. There's Randich driving toward the hoop. Nice give and go that time by Maldonado. She led Randich, who's heavily braced on the left knee, but she did not show that she has lost even a half a step, maybe not even a quarter step. eighth of a step, maybe not even a 16th of a step. Beat everybody to the hoop. Shot clock down to 12. Thatcher looks off a three, penetrates in for the two. Partially blocked that time by Ezra, gets her own rebound. Parker picks up the offensive board. It will go. Grace Parker picked up her 5th point. That was a hard-fought 2 points. Maldonado, alley-oop inside to Parker. Ezra, she'll kick it out now to Bailey. There's Hazard left open for a three-pointer, but it's not there. Rebound, ball tipped into the hands of Hazard. So a fresh 20. Hazard has it in front court. Penetrates, goes in for the left-handed layup, and she got it to roll. That first step, the all-important first step, gives the Lady Argos a 14-point lead, 35-21. And we've got a cramp by Thatcher. Chloe Thatcher is complaining of a cramp. She might have got nicked in the right rib as well, but she's cramping up over there. Headed toward the trainer, trying to get a Gatorade break. So coming in for her, up off the bench, is Leah Gannon. She's a 5'7" freshman out of Fort Benton. So Wright takes it to the rack, and Wright takes it right to the hoop. Antonisha's first field goal. She's got 2 on the day. 12-point difference. Lady Argos up 35-23. 5:48 remaining here in the first half. Second quarter action. Shot clock is down to 16 as Maldonado penetrates toward the left side and up and in. Count it, she'll be shooting for 3. So the freshman coming in off the bench, Gannon, will pick up her first personal foul, team foul number 2 in this quarter anyway, against the Lady Batlin Bears. So Maldonado gets the 2, trying to go for the 1, the +1. It is up and it is in. So she got that one to drop, and it's a 15-point lead now. Biggest lead for either team in either game. Lady Argos up 38-23. There's Waugh. Waugh penetrates to the free throw line, and she'll kick it right side as she goes to Parker. Parker goes inside to Bailey. Pull-up jump shot, uses the backboard, but not enough on it. Rebound, Teskey. Teskey's in the ballgame now for Ezra. And of course, Ellie Teskey had the task last evening of coming in after Bailey Cartwright ended up with 3 personals in the first half. She drives toward the hoop. Bailey Cartwright gets the true. And all of a sudden, head coach Wes Keller says this is getting out of hand. So let's step away, take a break with 5:10 remaining in the half. Second quarter action up at the Mountain Bank scoreboard. It is the Lady Argos 40, Lady Batlin Bears 23. Back in 60 with more after this timeout.
Fort Benson, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together at one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice-cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benson, where everyone is treated like a local.
Think you know about Great Falls College MSU? Think again. We're not your grandpa's Votech. We're not your uncle's COT. We're GFC MSU. We're the college that offers programs and fast-growing careers. Want a job in healthcare, accounting, information, technology, or trades? Think GFC MSU. Want to just explore general college classes? Think GFC MSU. We help students find their purpose, path, and plan through flexible and affordable programs. Rethink what you thought about Great Falls College MSU. It's where it all begins. Find out more at gfcmsu.edu.
Saturday Night Slam continues here on 102.7 KINX Fairfield, Great Falls. 5:10 remaining in the half, second quarter action. As the players come out onto the court, looking for the substitutions, and Pipperton's back at the ballgame now for the Lady Batlin Bears. With the ball, Rocky Mountain College. Parker, that's right, Grace Parker. Giving it to Waugh. Now looks like it's going to be motion for RMC as they work it around the horseshoe. Working off the screens way out in front court. 10 seconds on the clock. Waugh open for a three-pointer. Back of the rim, not there. Waugh had a really nice look. All of a sudden, here comes Providence wanting to push it, and it's Pemberton. She'll give out to Kennedy. Pump fake at the 3. Swing pass over to Randich. Randich waiting for the screen by Teskey at the free throw line. Wanted to give and go. like Stockton Malone, but nothing there. That leaves Kennedy. Three-pointer bingo. Kennedy Cartwright knocks down a three, and all of a sudden it's a 20-point difference as we cross the midway point of no return here in the second quarter. Around the shoehorn we go to Thatcher. Thatcher breaks toward the hoop. She's cut off. No, she dribbles past everybody. She's back in the ball game after getting taped up on the right ribs. Both her and Wright taped up on the right ribs. Ball tipped out of bounds, and Teskey can't handle it. Turnover against Providence. Right now, of course, Wright getting a big rest here in the second quarter. As Providence leads by 18, 43-25. Teskey will come out. Esrae back in on the substitution. Across the 10-second line. Feed off left wing. Thatcher wants a three-pointer, but it's off the rim, not there. Fight for it. Esrae gets the DB. Outlet pass over to Maldonado. Down court. Randich deep of the corner. Kicks it out to Esrae. Esrae going to penetrate straight head on against Francis. She'll put it off the glass, but it's not there. Had the nice look. Nice defense also by Francis as here comes Thatcher now. Gives it up to Deathman. Deathman's caught down on the baseline. She's got to get rid of it. Does so to Waugh. Waugh has it stolen right out of her hands by Randich for Providence. Randich down court now for UP. Kicks it left wing. Here comes Kennedy Cartwright. Way off the mark. Follows her shot though. That leaves Pemberton open, but she'll penetrate just to give to Esrae, and she'll give to Randich for a three-pointer, but oh, too much on it. Probably had that second bowl of Wheaties earlier this morning. Way too much on that one. As here comes Waugh down court now for RMC. Rocky Mountain College. Hey, stolen away by Kennedy Cartwright. Kennedy on a one-on-one. She'll break away. Up and in. So Kennedy Cartwright made up for that miss. Got it right back. 20-point difference. Lady R goes up 45-25. 2:39 remaining. First half. Free throw line. Give and go. Inside to Francis. Francis left-handed. Solid. Doesn't matter whether she's a left or right. As she's got it going on either side of the bucket. Ambidextrous. That's her middle name. Pipperton around the shoehorn. Top side now. Stays up. Swing pass over to Maldonado. Maldonado for Providence now will dribble out top. Shot clock down to 9. Goes to Kennedy. Kennedy from the free throw line goes in. Left her open, and that's too much room. She's already into double figures. And again, 20-point difference. Trading baskets now. With 1:52 remaining here in the half. Thatcher with the ball now for RMC. Wants to look inside to Francis. Kicks it over to Waugh. Waugh with a three-pointer on the way. Back of the rim, not in. Fight for it. Rebound Esrae. Here comes Providence. Lady Argos will have it. They've got the ball in a 20-point lead as Maldonado looks left, takes everybody right, goes right in. She stood Francis, or I should say she stood Thatcher up. Just like a junior going to the senior prom. Thatcher, spin move at the free throw line. Kicks it over to Waugh. Waugh just missed her last 2 threes. Feeds to Francis. Francis, free throw line. Has Esrae on her right hip. Takes it inside the lane and a whistle and a foul. That time Francis had Esrae behind her, and all of a sudden here comes Randich in front. And Randich will come out of the ball game. We've got substitutions. Fresh legs out there. First personal foul, incidentally, on Parker Esrae. She picks up whistle number 1. Team foul number 1 this quarter. Free throw line is Francis. She's 1 for 2 tonight. She has 3 deuces as well. First one up, and the first one comes up a little bit short. She might have put too much into last night's big win for Rocky Mountain College. As there's not much spring here in the first half in those legs. Second one goes. That time there was a little more movement. Shooting 50-50 tonight, 2 for 4. 104.9. The Wolf left to play here in the first half. Second quarter action. Pemberton right side for Providence. Providence leads it by 21, 49-28. Swing pass over to Harn. That's Harn. She's the freshman phenom, and she has it stolen away by Parker. Grace Parker looking down court to right. 1-2, up and in. Grace Parker gets the assist, and Wright gets the 2. 37 seconds remaining on the game clock. 12-second difference. Ball kicked by Wright on the denial, as she used to be. Played anyway, grade school, middle school, played some soccer, so I guess that foot play does come into play. As Pimpertut and Harn will come out. Back in is Kennedy and Teskey. And that's Kennedy Cartwright along with Teskey. Out to Maldonado. Inside to Kennedy. Kennedy shot is up but not there. There's Waugh. Waugh with the ball now for Rocky Mountain College. Shot clock is turned off. Game clock at 22. Waugh stands out near the left corner near the scorer's bench near half court. Maldonado backs herself off. Now down to 14. Rocky Mountain College playing for the last second shot here in the half. Waugh looks up at the scoreboard, 7 seconds. Now takes it toward the left wing. Kicks it over right side to Wright, now down to 2. Wright takes a three-pointer, not there. Francis with an offensive rebound. We've got a pushing foul on the floor. And that pushing foul will go against Teskey. That is not a shooting foul, I believe. It was just on the floor. But they're going to say 1 second on the clock gives the Lady Battler Bears a chance from underneath their own hoop. Waugh will inbound baseline. That's the first personal foul on Teskey, L.A. Teskey, who is the 6-foot junior out of Yakima, Washington. So, Waugh to inbound, slap of the ball. Looking for someplace to go, goes to Francis. Inside the three. Got it to go. That bounced around the rim, hit the backboard, and then went in 5 seconds after the buzzer went out. Nice shot by Francis to finish out the first half and cut it to 17. Doesn't sound like much, but it is a momentum builder. We've gone through 2 10-minute quarters. We're halfway home in game number 1, the starter of the nightcap. The opener of the nightcap of Saturday night's doubleheader slam. Up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, it's the Lady Argos of the University of Providence 49, the Lady Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College 32. We are back in 4 minutes with your Benefice Health System halftime show. Back after this 4-minute. Let's see. 4-minute timeout.
So you need a place to stay like home and away. Place where you can just unwind.
When you travel with kids, you need space. You need lots of space. Staybridge Suites has free hot breakfast, free laundry machines, an indoor pool, an outdoor pavilion, and huge 1- and 2-bedroom suites. This is huge, people. Staybridge Suites, hugely different. Visit StaybridgeSuites.com/GreatFallsMT and book your next room to lots of space.
Staybridge Suites, your home on the road. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Dine in, take out delivery. We do a little more just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard's to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
This is Rocky Erickson with a sports story, sponsored by Tyrama and Stockman Bank.
It isn't always easy being a tire. There's those rough roads, critters all over the place, and don't get me started on the weather. But I always know that Tyrama is going to take good care of me and my owner. Plus, Tyrama carries some of the best brands around, like Cooper, because I have a very important job, keeping my owner safe no matter what I encounter. Right now at Tyrama, you can save up to $175 when you buy a new set of qualifying Cooper tires. Visit your neighborhood Tyrama or Tyrama.com for details. Hurry, offer ends April 30th.
Hello, this is Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. Stockman opened its doors over 65 years ago with a vision to help the people, businesses, and communities of Montana realize their dreams. Today, we continue to fulfill our commitment with products and services uniquely designed for Montanans and a community banking experience built on relationships, integrity, expertise, and results. Stop by any of our 34 locations across Montana and discover the Stockman difference. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
Joe DiMaggio is considered by many to be one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Joe's numbers were very impressive. 361 home runs, over 2,200 hits, and a career batting average of .325. But there's one stat that really stands out: his strikeouts. During the first 12 years DiMaggio played, he had more home runs than strikeouts. 7 times in 13 seasons, he recorded more home runs than strikeouts. That is a major league record. Compare that to today's top player. Mike Trout had more strikeouts in his first 3 seasons than DiMaggio did in his entire career. This is Rocky Erickson.
This is your Ultra Spotlight, brought to you by Eagle Beverage and Michelob Ultra. A perfect night just got better. Introducing Natural Light Seltzer, 2 flavors, Catalina Lime and Aloha Beaches. Get your Natural Light Seltzer today.
Take a stroll in the birthplace of Montana and take advantage of the Clubhouse in Fort Benton's 2-for-1 drink specials and happy hour specials every weekday. That's the Clubhouse in Fort Benton. Try your luck on the gaming machines and so much more at the Max Sports Bar and Casino. Enjoy happy hour from 4 to 7 or watch your favorite sporting event tonight at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn. Stop into Fuddruckers for the world's greatest burgers made with all-American beef. Then add your own toppings. Pair your creation with a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Shake, only at Fuddruckers, 3315 10th Avenue South. There is your Ultra Spotlight, brought to you by your friends at Eagle Beverage, who urges you to please drink responsibly and, above all, always use a designated driver.
It's the Benefis Health System halftime show here on 102.7 KINX, Fairfield, Great Falls. Welcome back to the McLaughlin Center. Your halftime entertainment's provided by the marketing staff, which has youngsters from the audience participating in a Roll for Leaders. It's like bowling for dollars, where they bowl the basketballs. They roll the basketballs at least 3/4 of the length of the court for a chance at hitting a leader at the other end. And so far, 1 out of 7 have done so. So big thank you, of course, to Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. And there's a near miss. Oh, always a good time here at the McLaughlin Center, as one thing that the University of Providence does is it does entertain both during the play and on the court, by the way, during timeouts as well. So again, pretty impressive. It's halftime, and right now the Lady Argos are dominating from both the three-point lane, inside and out. Yeah, the Lady Argos right now lead this one by 17 points, 49-32. They led by as much as 20 twice. The Lady Argos, incidentally, 5 turnovers versus 4 in this ball game. Shooting 58.1%, 18 of 31 in the first half, 58.3. So they're actually shooting better from three-point range than they are overall. And a solid 6 for 6 at the free throw line. That's 100%. That's the Lady Argos side as far as team stats. Meanwhile, on the Lady Battling Bear out of Rocky Mountain College side, they're shooting 40% from the field, 12 of 30. 4 of 13 from three-point range is 30.8%. And 4 of 5 from the free throw line is 80%. That, incidentally, a total for the first 2 quarters in this ball game. Let's take a look at the individual statistics now. First of all, for the Lady Argos, 10 points, double figures for Emily Maldonado, who has her grandparents in the audience. Emily Maldonado, couple of 3 2s, 1 3, and 1 for 1 at the free throw line for a three-point play. She's got, like I say, 10. 13 points by Kennedy Cartwright. She's got 2 3s, 3 2s, and 1 1. Also in double figures, like I say, at 13. 7 points for Reed Hazard. A couple of field goals, or check that. 1 of 3, 1 of 2, and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Bailey Cartwright has the other 7. She is 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Actually identical with a 3 and a deuce herself. Kirsten Pipperton, a 3. Parker Ezray, a 2. And then you've got Randich with 7 points to her credit. She's got a couple of field goals at 2 and 3-point range for, like I say, 7 points. So 3 players with 7, 2 in double figures, and the rest of the supporting cast. Meanwhile, the Lady Battling Bears from Rocky Mountain College out of Billings. 12 points by Markayla Francis, and that's slowing her down. That is trying to shut her down, and she still ends up with 12 first half points. for the 6-foot senior. Incidentally, I've got her down for 2 misses at the free throw line, where she is 2 for 4. The rest are deuces. Meanwhile, you've got Mackenzie Detham with a single field goal and 2. Antoinisha Wright has a couple of field goals for a total of 4. Grace Parker a 3 and 2 for 5. Chloe Thatcher, incidentally, 1 for 1 at the free throw line. And when I say that, 1 for 1, that included a 3-pointer, so that was a 4-point play. She also has another 3 and 2 for a total of 9. And then, of course, Kia Wah, no threes, but she does have a deuce for a total of 2 solid points. Well, we're going to take another 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll be glancing at some of the action that took place earlier today when it comes to some basketball action over at the Swarthout Fieldhouse on the campus of Great Falls High. Yes, sports fans, it's the District 8C Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. It's championship Saturday night, and we'll see if we can't bring you up to date on Roy Winterfred versus Belt on both sides, both boys and girls. The title of the District 8C winds down to those 2 teams. You don't want to miss that. That, incidentally, is a 7 o'clock and 8:30 tip-off as far as championship Saturday night at the Swarthout Fieldhouse. We'll see if we can't keep you up to date on that action. Here at this one on the McLaughlin Center, your home for the Lady Argos. They lead the Lady Battling Bears 49-32 up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard. We're back in 3 minutes with more of the Benefis Health System halftime show right after this 3-minute timeout.
At Benefis Sletton Cancer Institute, our focus is your fight and what you're fighting to get back to. And we're here to fight alongside you every step of the way, from screening through survivorship. At Benefis, we're proud to stay on the cutting edge of care so our neighbors, family, and friends can get world-class cancer treatments close to home. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Max Sports Bar and Casino is maxing out their happy hour from 4 to 7 with $2 off appetizers every night of the week. Now that's a happy hour with maximum value, featuring 12 beers on tap, including 8 craft beers, daily food specials, and of course the famous Max Wings. Now that's truly an affordable and tasty happy hour, all at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
Take it to the max. These are Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Yes! Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino. 1308 10th Avenue South.
McDonald's in Great Falls has 3 locations to serve you, and now with the newest McDonald's on the west side, it is a perfect location to keep you fed while attending your favorite sporting event. If breakfast is what you want, you can get it anytime, day or night at McDonald's. Looking for a job? Stop at any of the 3 McDonald's locations and check in with starting pay starting at $9.50 per hour. McDonald's in Great Falls, proud supporters of the sporting events, and would like to welcome you into the city as you participate in your sporting endeavors. McDonald's in Great Falls with 3 locations to serve you. We're loving it.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For over 30 years of commitment to Carrier, contact A.T. Clemens for a free estimate. 452-9541.
When disaster strikes, you want to know there is something to fall back on. Serving you today, therefore tomorrow. Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance, a Grinnell mutual partner, has been offering home and farm insurance plans for all kinds of disasters since 1913. Get the coverage you need now from the people you know will be there when you need them the most. With local agents all over the state, Cascade Farmers Mutual Insurance should be your first call for proper insurance coverage that you need. Contact them today. Trust in tomorrow. Cascade Farmers Mutual, a Grinnell mutual partner.
Welcome back to more Saturday Night Slam. It's the opener of a doubleheader when it comes to Providence hosting Rocky Mountain College. The Argos facing the Battling Bears. Courtside here with Troy Mellinger on the mic, 102.7 KINX Fairfield, Great Falls. Right now, it's the Benefis Health System halftime show winding itself down. Bringing you up to date, we mentioned Roy Winterfred facing both in the girls and the boys championship ball games tonight. That's the District 8C taking place over there at the Swarthout Fieldhouse on the campus of Great Falls High. Meanwhile, in Havre, Fort Benton defeated Chinook last night. The boys remain undefeated, 49-38 winners there. The girls, incidentally, this evening playing for the championship will feature Fort Benton versus Turner. That is still yet to be determined. The 10C taking place at the Shelby Coyotes Gymnasium in Shelby. When it comes to some championship, it'll be Sims versus Hart Butte on the boys' side of things. That's at 7:30. On the girls' side of things, the championship, incidentally, was scheduled to begin just minutes ago. And that is Augusta and Sims going head-to-head. Again, that's the District 10C in Shelby. We'll keep you up to date on the finals in that championship basketball matchup. Well, the Lady Argos coming in at 7-8 in the conference. They're 16-11 overall, taking on the Lady Battling Bears out of Rocky Mountain College. They're just one game ahead in the conference. So should the Lady Argos win this game, it'll still be 8-8 for both ball clubs. But just as Bill Himmelberg said earlier in the pregame show comments, Rocky Mountain College will have the tiebreaker because they face each other 3 times in a season. And the University of Providence hosted Rocky Mountain College twice, 2 out of the 3. This is their second out of the 3rd time that they've hosted them here at home. And Rocky Mountain College has won the previous 2 by 9 points each. Rocky Mountain College comes in at 17-9 overall with a .654 percentage. They're 8-7 in the conference. They're enjoying a 1-game winning streak, 10-2 at home. They're 5-5 on the road, and they're 2-2 in neutral wise. Last evening they did get the win, 56-49 over MSU Northern, but prior to that they had lost 2 in a row. One to Montana Western, 62-41, and the other against Carroll College at 71-68. Lady Argos riding a bit of a momentum after coming off that 70-41 win. As we get ready for the second half to begin. Here we go. There's the official whistle, and the Lady Argos now will going from left to right on your radio dial as well as your video screen. As Kennedy Cartwright looks off the 3 to Maldonado. First possession of the second half, 3rd quarter. Kennedy again, pump fake for the 3, goes to Bailey inside for the 2, back out to Kennedy. This time she pump fakes for the 3 and doesn't get the roll on the 2. Fight for it underneath. There's a tie-up, a foul. You have to wait to see who they're going to pin this one on. As it might be, and it is, against Parker. Not Parker Ezray, but Grace Parker. She picks up her 2nd personal, team foul number 1 here in the 3rd quarter. They go by quarters, and it's up to 5. They go to Bailey Cartwright for a 3-pointer, but it's off the rim, not in. Rebound, Francis tips it into the hands of Parker, and here we go. Down court, Rocky Mountain College trying to get back into this one. They scored the last 2 of the first half. Now they'd like to score the first 2 in the second and continue with that stride toward perfection. Swing it around the horseshoe to right. Shot clock down to 14. Right for MSC. Goes in. Ball's going to be stripped out of her hands by Randich. And now here comes Randich getting it right back. She's going to penetrate in. Dribbles right by everybody. Jenna Randich with the dribble and drive, and she's got 9 on the evening. 19-point difference. Thatcher as she'll feed left side to Parker. Parker, she'll penetrate in, and she's cut off by Randich as she drives toward the hoop. Randich picks up whistle number 2. Team foul number 1 for both ball clubs. So now Thatcher will inbound. Thatcher looking for some place to go. We've got a whistle and a foul as Francis ran right into someone who was trying to deny her on the baseline. So with 8:40 remaining here in the 3rd, we're just barely underway here in the second half. That's the 3rd personal foul now on Bailey Cartwright as she tried to deny Francis the inside lane. So everything is set to go. Second team foul on the board against the Lady Argos as Thatcher to inbound baseline for RMC. Looking for someplace. Thatcher goes left. Instead, she goes to right. And instead of going left and going to right, she's going to miss that layup. Maldonado all the way down court. Kicks it outside to Randich. Nothing there as far as transition. And nice move that time by Ezra. Ezra had her defender on her hip and then took her underneath. So now here comes Rocky Mountain College. Feed over to right. Right, free throw line. Pump fake, left side, inside to Francis. She'll take it right to the rack, puts it up left-handed, not there. Not enough on that left-handed that time. Couldn't get her 14th point. So now, 21-point lead inside to Bailey. Bailey puts it up, forces the shot. Picked up that time by Parker. Grace Parker, outlet pass over to Thatcher, and here comes RMC as they want to waste no time getting it down court on the baseline, but there's nothing there. Kick it out in front court to Parker. Parker with a handoff to Thatcher as they work the left side. Takes the screen. Thatcher, mismatch. Inside to Francis. Francis gets her man up and gets her man in. Got Ezra to go for the pump fake, then within the one-hander. So both teams have scored here early on. And Parker Ezra will set the screen for Maldonado, who draws a foul. Maldonado might be at the free throw line, and so far she is 1 for 1 with that three-point play. 7:29 on the clock here in the third quarter. In case you're just joining us, the Lady Argos came off a big 70-41-point win over Montana Western last night, and they picked up where they left off on the three-point range. Maldonado's shot goes sour. She's now 1 for 2. Couldn't get that one to fall. Now 7:29 remaining. Shots up, and this time it goes in. 20-point ball game now for Maldonado as she puts them up 54-34. .16 on the clock. 54-34. What's on a foul at this end? That's the third team foul. That's the third team foul incidentally against the Lady Argos of Providence. And it's number 3 on Jenna Randich. She will quickly come out. She will quickly come out of the ball game. And she'll be replaced incidentally by Pipperton, who gets back in for her third time here today. So at the free throw line is Deathman, and her first shot is not in. So Deathman, 0 for 1 at the free throw line. She's got 1 field goal to her credit. As she'll eye the bucket this time, and this one is up and in. Count that one. The 6'1" freshman out of Brockton, Montana. Graduated from Freud High School. Here comes Providence. Back to a 19-point lead. And fighting through that screen set by Bailey Cartwright was Grace Parker. And Parker, incidentally, will be whistled, I believe, for her third personal. And it is. That's team foul number 3 also against those Lady Batlin Bears. Maldonado gets it put in play. Stays topside. Shot clock down to 15. Maldonado being guarded by Wright, waits for the screen. Now sets herself loose, swings it over to Pimperton. Shot clock down to 7. Pimperton takes it top. Now left side to Maldonado, down to 4. Maldonado, step back 3, no. Alley-oops it, and it's stolen away. It's a shot clock violation nonetheless. But down court in a hurry is Wright. Wright puts it up, Wright puts it in. 6:33 on the clock here in the third quarter. 17-point difference as it was, or check that, yeah, 17 points as it was. Everybody's even Steven at this time, scoring 5 points so far here in the third quarter. Maldonado, as Hazard gets ready to come off the bench. Now she sets for a three-pointer, long distance, not there. Rebound collision on the baseline, a whistle and a foul, and Bailey Cartwright may have picked up her 4th. Head coach Bill Himmelberg may have to go to his bench as he looks down to Ale Teske. Cartwright picks up number 4, and Hazard will come in for Cartwright. She may have been coming in for somebody else prior to that whistle of the foul. So with 6:10 remaining in the third, 17 points down. That was the 4th team foul also for Providence. Rocky Mountain College down 54-37, goes to Wright. Wright, left side free throw line. One dribble, goes to Waugh. Waugh penetrates, back to Wright. Wright gives up to Thatcher. Thatcher looks inside. Cross-court pass over to Waugh. Shot clock down to 9. Francis now, left side baseline. kicks it to Thatcher for a three-pointer. No, won't go. Rebound, Pemberton, shortest player out there, set herself in the right position, got the defensive board. Oh, and she throws it over to Kennedy Cartwright in the corner. She thought Kennedy was going to stall in the corner and open for a three, but they were not on the same page. So a turnover, 5 of those in the first half. Turnover number 2 for the Lady Argos here in the third quarter. 5:28 remaining. Third quarter action with Wright deep in the corner. Wright looks into Francis, penetrates in, kicks it over to Waugh. Waugh's got a three-pointer, but it's not there. Rebound as she goes to Esrae. Esrae now for Providence. One pass, and Maldonado will wait for everybody to clear. And Hazard will be called for traveling as she tried to do the pump fake. So a turnover against Providence. That's number 3 this quarter. 5:10 remaining here in the third. Inbounding looks like it's Deathbed. Being guarded is Thatcher. Thatcher gets it in play. Now here comes RMC. Down by 17, 54-37. It was also 17 at the half. So nobody's really taken the advantage. But Wright's got a three-pointer, but it rims out no good. So the threes are coming few and far between now for both ball clubs, as they were hot and heavy in that second quarter for Providence. Providence outscored after leading by 10. Outscored her opponent by 7, 25-18 in that second stanza. Providence working it around the horseshoe. Shot clock down to 10. Maldonado for a three-pointer, but it's in and out. Went down inside that cylinder, came right back out. Here comes Wright, speaking of which, all the way down court, lays it up. And she goes through the door and is out into the lobby, and she's on the floor. They're going to stop play as she went through the door. The trainer's going to rush out to see as she is out in the lobby near the Argonaut statue. And we're going to take a timeout. Up at the Valley Bank scoreboard, 4:24 remaining in the third. Lady Argos 54, Lady Battling Bears 39. We're back in 60 seconds. Right after this 60-second injury timeout.
Welcome to the biggest thing in tacos since tacos. Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, we said it, perfecto, Spanish for perfect. We designed it with an extra long shell to give you the best bite every bite. Choose between seasoned beef, grilled chicken, or upgrade to hand-carved sirloin steak. Sure, it was hard to perfect, but it's easy to eat. The Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
At Benefice Orthopedic Center of Montana, we know that nothing stops Montanans, although we may slow down from time to time. But even conditions like broken bones, sprains, and joint pain only need to slow you down for a short time. Whether it's related to injury, illness, or aging, Benefice is proud to offer same-day appointments and advanced treatments to help get you back to full speed. Every pursuit, every goal, and every struggle, we're with you. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefice.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the McLaughlin Center on the campus of the University of Providence, right here in the Electric City, otherwise known as Great Falls, MT, our super host town under the big sky. Still yet to bring in Wright, who remains in the lobby. She's being attended to by the trainer. They are checking out to make sure that she does not have a concussion by hitting the back of her head going through the door. And like I say, one of the ends, the padded walls pad the brick, but there's no padding on the door, and she went right through the back of it after she made that layup. So now we'll get word as to when she's going to be brought back in when she clears that concussion protocol. Lady Argos with the ball, up 54-39. Feed downside to Esrae, and Esrae's shot is short. Tries to fight for her own rebound. They're going to say it was tipped out by Francis. So it'll be Esrae to inbound now for the Lady Argos. Baseline, Pemberton looking for some place to go. Goes to Esrae in the corner. Sets up for a three-pointer. Bingo! Parker Esrae left open for the tray. And did she make Francis pay? Well, we've got good word. Wright is coming in. Yes, there she is. She's coming in, sitting down on the bench with the trainer, trying to catch her breath. Shots up off the mark that time by Parker. Now Parker Esrae, Grace Parker. Grace Parker Esrae. That's a great Wheel of Fortune before and after. Swing pass to Hazard. Hazard breaks toward the hoop. Up but no. Whistler to foul on the floor. She might get another 2 shots. They're looking at the shoulder as well as right to make sure she didn't tear her rotating cuff. You don't want to tell that rotator cuff, that's for sure, going through that Doris Hazard makes the front end of a 2-shot foul. She'll get one more. She does have her left shoulder heavily taped up and braced, so she might have re-injured that one. As Hazard for Providence, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Puts the lead at 20 again. As Hazard will come out and Randich will come back in for the Lady Argos, who set up a full court man-to-man press. All the way down court, everybody's matched up man-to-man. 3:22 on the clock here in the third. Lady Argos up 59-29 as Thatcher sends it in motion as she works off the screen by Deathman. She's come out, she's met, now she kicks it over and it's stolen away by Kennedy. Kennedy down court, sets up for a free throw, pow! Kennedy Cartwright, 15 points on the evening. Biggest lead now thus far for the Lady Argos, up 61-39. Thatcher now, same move as she looks to give and go. This time she gets it to Deathman. She'll feed into Francis. Francis at the free throw line, looking for someplace. She'll spin move off left side as she goes to Gannon. Gannon inside to Deathman. Deathman puts up the one-hander, got it to fall. Deathman brings him back within 20. Lady Argos lead at 61-41. Providence with the ball. Kennedy looks off the 3. Goes to Randich, back to Kennedy. Pump fake, steps inside. Oh, nice move. But Parker Ezra will be checked from behind by Thatcher. A really nice move by Kennedy as she found Ezra open, breaking toward the hoop. Nice block, though, by Thatcher on the defensive side. Pipperton to inbound, left side baseline. Once again goes to Ezra deep in the corner. This time she's guarded. Now they go to Randich. Randich back to Ezra. Baseline jumper, comes up a little bit short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Parker, but not Ezra. Parker in backcourt with Thatcher. Thatcher will take it across the 10-second line. Clock reached 2:02. Thatcher gets her man moving left and right, then sets the double screen. Looks to give and go. That leaves Deathman open for a partial check that time by Kennedy Cartwright. So Pipperton comes up with that short shot. She'll feed to Maldonado. Steps in, gives it up to Randich, who gives up a three-pointer. No. Ezra, though, with a I should say an offensive board. She'll kick it right back to Randich, right back to Maldonado. Maldonado's three-pointer, bingo! Biggest lead for the Lady Argos, up 64-41. 1, 2, 3, the sequence here in the third as Teskey gets ready to check in for Providence. Thatcher, double team, kicks it left side to Gannon. Cross-court pass over to Deathman. She'll go to Thatcher as the Argos, Lady Argos, keep the Lady Battling Bears at arm's length out in front court. Shot clock down to 5, a three-pointer, bingo by Parker. Grace Parker with her second 3. She's got a total of 8. 55 on the clock. Maldonado for Providence, as it's a 20-point difference. Maldonado wanted to go in. Instead, she's going to kick it, and it's tipped and stolen away by Thatcher. Thatcher on a 2-on-1. Gives it up to Gannon. Gannon puts it up. No, they're going to say a whistle and a foul. Gannon should be at the free throw line now for Rocky Mountain College. She'll be shooting a couple. .5 remaining here in the third. Esrae will come out as Teskey will come in. That's the third, make that the second personal foul on Kennedy Cartwright. So Kennedy will come out. Here comes Harn, and that's Brooklyn Harn, the 5'8 freshman out of Olympia, Washington. She is the freshman phenom, deadly from three-point range. And she will come in. Randich also will come out. So one more has to return for the Lady Argos to have 5 in play. Looks like Grace Parker has come out on the Rocky Mountain College side. So Kennedy Cartwright was scratched. She had to go get taped up. As Gannon at the free throw line, up and in. That's Leah Gannon, 5'7" freshman out of Fort Benton. The boys won the championship last evening. The girls going for it tonight in the District 9C in Havre. Second one is up, is also good. Yeah, it's tournament time. A, B, and C. Double A begins in 2 weeks. That, by the way, at Rocky Mountain College in Billings. Kennedy Cartwright, 29 on the clock, gives it up to Harn for a three-pointer, but it's off the rim, not there. Rebound, RMC. Here come the Lady Battling Bears with Thatcher. Shot clock turned off, down to 20. Thatcher hits the timeline at about 19. Holds up, checks out. Head coach Wes Keller's directions. Now moves to her right. We're down to 10. Feeds Gannon in the corner. Gannon looking into Francis. Francis, one dribble, left-handed, right-handed shot. Rebound goes to Rocky Mountain College with 1 second. Can't put it up, and still Deathman can't get the shot off, can't get the whistle, and she won't be at the free throw line to end the third quarter. 18-point difference. We've played within one. And now we go to the fourth and final quarter here at the McLaughlin Center in Game 1, our opener of the doubleheader Saturday Night Slam. Your score up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard: Lady Argos 64, Lady Battling Bears 46. Back in 60 after this timeout.
$1,700 per semester. When it comes to paying for college, think about what makes sense. Great Falls College MSU saves you money. In fact, GFC MSU students pay just $700 per semester. It's hard to find a better deal for college. Take your 2-year degree and transfer to a 4-year program on another campus, or take your 2-year degree to a career in fast-growing and high-demand jobs in healthcare, accounting, information technology, and trades. Find out where it all begins. Visit gfcmsu.edu.
You've been working all day and you're meeting friends. Take it to the max.
The Max Sports Bar and Casino is maxing out their happy hour from 4 to 7 with $2 off appetizers every night of the week. Now that's a happy hour with maximum value. Featuring 12 beers on tap, including 8 craft beers, daily food specials, and of course the famous Max Wings. Now that's truly an affordable and tasty happy hour, all at the Max Sports Bar and Casino inside the Heritage Inn, Great Falls.
Take it to the max.
Up at the Belt Valley Bank scoreboard, it's a mirror image of itself, 64-46. Lady Argos with the lead, but not the ball. Rocky Mountain College had the last second shot, and they open up the fourth and final 10 minutes of play, down by 18, 64-46, as they incidentally were outscored by 1. Thatcher for a three to open up the fourth, not there. Ezra gets the DB outlet pass over to Maldonado, and here come the Lady Argos wanting to push. Cross-court pass to Kennedy. Kennedy looks into Ezra. She's got it baseline. Double teamed by Deathman and Francis. Inside the key, kicks it out to Maldonado for three. Bingo! Lady Argos, incidentally, had a 15 versus 14-point difference in that third quarter. That's how even Steven it was. But the Lady Argos still prevailed by 1. Now leading it by 21, 67-46. Giving it up left side, going to Gannon. Gannon's been in since, of course, Wright was injured in that latter part of the third quarter. Trying to feed it down to Francis. Francis on the floor. We've got a whistle at a jump ball. As Randich and Francis both had a grip on it, and they went down. Alternating possession arrow in favor of Rocky Mountain College. Nope, they're going to say Lady Argos. Now they switch it as the Lady Rocky Mountain Battling Bears had possession to open up the fourth and final quarter. So here comes Grace Parker in the ballgame now. As Parker will check in. She will come in and Waugh will come out for Rocky Mountain College. So here comes UP down court with the ball as Maldonado. She just cracked the whip here in the second half for another three. Around the shoehorn, Kennedy Cartwright kicks it up to Randich. Randich, she'll hop inside the lane just to kick it out to Bailey. Back to Randich. She's got a three on the way. Back at the rim, not in. Rebound, Thatcher. Trying to put this game away. Down court, all the way up, and all the way into a charging foul is Jenna Randich as she stood her ground. And that might be it, and it is for Grace Parker. Grace Parker got rid of the ball, but she couldn't stop her momentum. And her momentum carried her right into her 5th and final foul at the 8:31 mark into the likes of Jenna Randich, who was ecstatic about getting, I think, her first one this season, if not this year, her first charging foul. So Randich with the ball, goes baseline, give it up to Parker. Esre will find to Maldonado, who looks off a 3, into Esre, spin move, head-to-head against Francis, and a traveling call. She's got to get rid of it before she moves the non-pivot foot once you do the crossover move inside the paint. So a traveling call against the Lady Argos, who lead it by 21, 67-46, and a timeout on the floor. Up at the Belts Valley Bank scoreboard, just over 8 minutes left to play. Lady Argos 67, Lady Battling Bears 46. We're back in 60 seconds with more of your Saturday Night Slam after this timeout.
Think about it. Caesar Saturdays with college football. Champagne Sundays with NFL games. Margarita Mondays with homemade mix. Not your average casino. It's the Cash Out Casino. The one that's well lit, safe, and secure. Don't just go gamble. Go for the experience. Yes! Demand more from your gaming experience. Cash Out Casino, 1308 10th Avenue South.
Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Tonight everybody's in the mood for Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. Dine in, take out, delivery. We do a little more just to make sure your pizza's hot. We bring the whole oven to your door. Real pizza starts with real food. Howard's Pizza, high-powered pizza. We bring the power of Howard's to you. Call Howard's Pizza now.
8:05 remaining here in the ball game. It's the first of a doubleheader of Saturday Night Slam tonight, as the men will follow this one, whereas the Lady Battling Bears have swept the Lady Argos, but now lead by 21, 67-46. The men have dominated Rocky Mountain College both times that they've met this season. Lady Argos would like to get that first win and even Steven that up at 8-8 in the conference with the final 2 next week. Lady Battling Bears have the ball with Thatcher. Shot clock down to 14. Feed to Gannon. She'll feed it left side to Deathman. Trying to go inside to Francis. Denied by Esre with the shot clock at 7. So Thatcher will inbound left side baseline now, as RMC is desperately trying to get in rhythm. And Providence playing such quick defense, they've taken them out of that from the get-go. Deathman feed now, they go to Waugh. 4, 3, 2, and Thatcher goes in at 1. She'll draw a whistle and a foul on the penetration. She'll be at the free throw line shooting a couple. That is incidentally the second team foul here in this quarter. Check, that's only number 1. But it's the second personal on Parker Esre. Thatcher up, Thatcher in. Thatcher's 10th point. She did not score in the third. That's her first point here in the second half. She has a total of 10, finally now in double figures. Shots on its way. This one doesn't go. Rebound goes to Hazard. Hazard brings it down court for Providence. Randich steps in for the 2. Too much on it. Esre runs it down, gives it to Bailey Cartwright, saves it from going out of bounds. Maldonado. Now Hazard's turn for a 3. It's not there. Rebound fought for. Deathman comes up with it for RMC. Here comes Rocky Mountain College. Thatcher on the run. Everybody else beats her down court that quick on offense and defense. Where Thatcher gets her man moving, now takes the screen. Finally gives it up at 15, and it's stolen away by Randich. Randich steals it away for Providence, and here comes Maldonado. Takes it all the way to the left side, inside the free throw line. Gives it up to Randich. Randich pump fake at the 2. Tried to go in for the 3, but it's stolen away by Deathman. Deathman for RMC. Inside to Francis. Francis on the floor. Gets her man moving left. Now takes it right. Puts up the one-hander and a whistle and a foul. That might be it for Bailey Cartwright. In a 20-point ball game, 67-47. into the ball game for Rocky Mountain College. Desperately looking for number 15. That's Lauren Reiter. Lauren Reiter comes in for RMC with Francis at the free throw line. Back spin, up and in. That's only Francis's third point here in the second half. She's got 15 total. That's number 3, incidentally, on Parker Ezray, as Francis goes 2 for 2 for Rocky Mountain College. Second team foul as well for Providence, who leads it by 18, 67-49 with 6:39 remaining. Fourth and final quarter. Hazard round the shoehorn. Maldonado goes down low to Ezray. Inside to Bailey. Bailey off the left side. Count it. She'll be shooting for 3. Bailey Cartwright with her first field goal in the second half. That's 9 total for her. As Randich will come out, back in is Pemberton. Randich heads right to the Gatorade bucket. As Bailey Cartwright at the free throw line. It is on its way, and it is in. A 3-point play. That, incidentally, was the first person to foul on Chloe Thatcher in this ballgame. Team foul number 2 against both ball clubs here in the fourth and final quarter. Now back in the ballgame is Kennedy for Bailey as the Cartwrights will swap out. Swing pass left side over to Ryder. Ryder to Gannon. She'll give it up to Waugh. Waugh, top side, steps inside the 3, nails the 2. Kia Waugh. 6:08 remaining, has cut it back to 19. So it's been pretty much like I say ever since halftime. A 1- and 2-point ball game if you disregarded that 17-point lead. Double teamed right side Pipperton for Providence. She's got to dribble in and give it up to Maldonado. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Maldonado takes it inside the tall timbers and drops in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, her 19th point. There's Ryder out in front court. Ryder feeds it left side to Waugh. RMC down by 21 as Waugh steps and she can't. Yes, she can. Looks like it was coming off the front of the rim, but it stayed in the cylinder, and Waugh has just dropped in 2 in a row. As both teams trade baskets here late in the ball game. Almost midway through the fourth and final quarter. Kennedy Cartwright with a pull-up J inside the lane. That was just a bit short of a mid-range jumper, and that's 17 points on the night. With the ball is Waugh. Waugh feeds it to Gannon. Gannon gets herself set for a 3, dribbles for the 2, but it's stolen away by Maldonado. Here comes a 3-on-1. Ryder's the only one in there, and she goes to Kennedy. Good. Kennedy with 2 more. Lady Argos lead it by 23, 76-53. And a timeout by head coach Wes Keller of the Lady Batlin Bears as let's step away. Up at the Belt Valley Banks scoreboard. The Lady Argos 76, the Lady Batlin Bears 53. We are back in 60 seconds with more of the Benefis Health System Game of the Week after this timeout.
At Benefis Health System, we know that you have people who rely on you, which is why maintaining your health with preventative care is so important. The experts at Benefis are here to help. Our primary care services are dedicated to your overall wellness, so that you can live the life you love with the ones you love. Because you're not just our patients, you're our neighbors. A tradition of advanced care. Learn more at benefis.org.
Fort Benton, where the West was born. With so much history to see, you're going to need a break. Visit the Clubhouse, a delicious local hotspot where all the best games, drinks, and food come together in one comfortable, low-key sports bar. Sit back and enjoy an ice-cold drink. Take a bite out of a Reuben, French dip, or a juicy burger. Just few of the local favorites. Take advantage of 2-for-1 drink specials, happy hour, and lunch specials. Weekdays at the Clubhouse in Fort Benton, where everyone is treated like a local.
4:43 is all that remains here at the McLaughlin Center in game number 1 of our doubleheader. It is Saturday Night Slam on 102.7 KINX Fairfield, Great Falls. And also listening to us around the world on KINX1027.com as well as the UPArgos.com website. Just go into the schedule and click on watch, and you can also listen in. Waugh comes out of the timeout ready to inbound for Rocky Mountain College, who has really had the hurt put to him after a big win last night They've now had the hurt to them from the three-point range as well as the inside game. It's amazing the penetration that the Argos have gotten as Thatcher drives toward the hoop, and she beats everybody to the 2. Once again, still a 21-point lead in the 20s, as it has been for the second half of this fourth quarter. Pipperton, cross-court pass to Maldonado. Providence with the ball, feed to Kennedy. Kennedy gives it up to Pipperton. She gives up a three-pointer. Partially blocked off the side, and we've got a whistle at a foul, and it could be against Parker Ezra. Parker Ezra may have picked up her 4th, and it is. She's picked up 2 here in the fourth quarter. Bailey Cartwright, who comes in with 4, will give Ezra her rest at 4. That is the 13th foul against the Lady Argos this quarter. 4:10 remaining, 21-point difference. Lady Argos pretty much have this one locked up, 76-55. Unless Thatcher decides to put it on her shoulders and take it to the rack. Double team. Kicks it out to Francis, posting up topside. Now to Gannon, left side for a three-pointer, but it's off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped and saved into the hands of Hazard for Providence. Here comes Hazard down court. Maldonado, left wing. She'll look to Bailey. There's Bailey baseline. Bailey takes her defender right to the rack, went right past her. And that time Ryder couldn't cut her off of the baseline. She went right around her. Thatcher now with the ball to Waugh. Waugh takes it up top, stops right there, wants it to drop, and no, can't go. Rebound Francis. Francis fights for it. We've got a whistle at a foul. Francis will put it up and in, but I think Kennedy just picked up number 4. Kennedy Cartwright, I've got her down for at least 3. And it is. Team foul 4, the 3rd personal on Kennedy. So, Francis gets the inbound. She's up on top of the key. She'll hold up, wait for Gannon. Gannon tries to feed down low, and she misread Waugh. Went right by Waugh's hands. So a turnover against the Lady Battling Bears out of Rocky Mountain College. Providence has this one with 3:08 remaining. Up 78-55. Their biggest lead is 23. Feed to Kennedy. Goes baseline. She'll kick it to Maldonado, who wants desperately a three-pointer, but she can't get it this time. She was way out, wide open, and Lady Battling Bears now will bring it. Here comes Thatcher. Thatcher on the run. She's been driving the lane with a little bit of dribble and drive and beating everybody, but this time they've got her double teamed and cut off. So she'll go to Gannon. Gannon, Francis. Francis out near the free throw line. We're down to 2:37. Cross-court pass over to Waugh. Waugh looks into Francis, breaking toward the hoop. She's inside the lane, puts up the one-hander, and got it to go. She had 12 first-half points. She's got 6 in the 7th, so she's closing in. And she's got 6 in the second half, means she's closing in on 20. Feed over to Pipperton. Pipperton goes to Kennedy. Left wing inside to Bailey. Bailey, couple of dribbles, drives in, lays it up, and no, it won't go. But it was close. I think that earned a cigar and a toss at Horseshoes. It was that close. Checking in will be Brittany White as well as Brooklyn Harn. As the Lady Argos will sit Kennedy Cartwright as well as Emily Maldonado. Bailey Cartwright at the free throw line. It's up and it's on its way in. And I believe that's 16 points on the night by Bailey Cartwright, who earns a round of applause and an exits Emily Teskey. Emily Teskey will come into the ball game for the second time here tonight. Lady Argos up by 23 again, 80-57. As a handoff to Waugh. Waugh looks left, tries to go to Francis. And we've got a whistle and a traveling call that time on Waugh. So Waugh will turn it over. With the clock just under 2 left, 1:56 remaining in this one. As Francis will get her shirt untucked and get the Gatorade break. I believe she played the entire ball game except for the final minute and 56 seconds. As here comes Hazard now. Hazard for Providence. Into the ball game once again is Deathman. Mackenzie Deathman. Shots up, three-pointer. Nope, two-pointer by Harn. She stepped inside the line. Brooklyn Harn dropped down the deuce. Biggest lead is 25 now, 82-57. Into Deathman. Deathman double team, kicks it out to Waugh. Waugh for three, bingo! She's got 3 twos and 1 3, and that cuts it to 22, 82-60. Hazard's turn now. Here comes Providence. Pipperton, top to White. Working around the horseshoe, left to Hazard. Inside now to Harn. Harn has it stripped out of her hands by Thatcher. Lady Batlin Bears with a steal, and here comes Thatcher. Sets up topside, and she launches the three from there. Bingo! Back-to-back threes, cuts it to 19, 82-63 with under a minute left to play. And checking in for the Lady Argos will be Sam Holman, the 5'7" junior out of Helena. So Sam Holman will come in, and Pipperton will get a rest. White with the ball now for Providence. Holman, couple of dribbles, works to her right, inside the lane to Harn. Harn, the freshman, off the glass, rims out no good. Thatcher with the DB. Whistle at a foul that stops the clock with 41.2 remaining. In a 19-point ball game, that is team foul number 3 against, no, team foul number 5 against Providence, and it's number 1 on Brooklyn Harn. 2-shot foul, since it is the 5th team foul this quarter. Thatcher's shot is up, Thatcher's shot is in. Thatcher, incidentally, is 3 for 4 on the night. She does have 3 threes and 2 twos for Rocky Mountain College, and she gets both of these to cut it to 17, which, if you remember, was the halftime score. So there's really only been 1 point difference in the second half. It was a first half start that went Providence's way. Rocky Mountain College has stayed with them ever since. Final 29. There's about a 10-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock as White gives to Harn, free throw line. She'll find Holman, right side baseline. Shot clock now at 7, and Hazard wants a 3 off the glass. It won't go. Rebound. They did not reset because it didn't hit the rim, so Hazard puts up a three-pointer. Bingo! At the shot clock buzzer. Down court, final 5, final shot by Waugh. Doesn't answer the 3, and Harn will hold it for Providence to win by 20. The Providence bench was yelling. The shot clock did not reset. And that's why Hazard looked up and threw it at 1. The shot clock buzzer went off as she knocked down a 3. And a 20-point win for the Lady Argos. Very impressive last 2 nights here at the McLaughlin Center. Your final score, the Lady Argos 85, the Lady Batlin Bears 65. Both teams now sit at 8-8 in the conference as the Lady Argos improved to 17-11 overall. Rocky Mountain College falls to 17-10. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll be visiting with head coach Bill Himmelberg and one of the Lady Argos as the Benefits Health System postgame show begins in 2 minutes after this timeout.
This is your Ultra Spotlight, brought to you by Eagle Beverage and Michelob Ultra. A perfect night just got better. Introducing Natural Light Seltzer, 2 flavors, Catalina Lime and Aloha Beaches. Get your Natural Light Seltzer today.
It's dancing and live music.